at 48 degrees right here in Newhall, 810. Good morning to Larry Schallert from COC. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine.
We are here talking about the College of the Canyon Student Health and Wellness Center. Where are you located?
So we're located on the College of the campus, the Valencia campus. We're right across from the bookstore and the student center. And the Valencia campus, we're down in the administrative area.
And what kind of issues are students now experiencing that you feel they may need a little bit of extra help? I mean, I guess it's, I have to say, to me, it might be a little obvious. I mean, the last 2 years have been pretty rough on everybody. Do you see that as being one of the main issues when you talk about mental health and COC?
Absolutely. We have students that have been isolated for the last couple of years, and they're feeling a lot of the pressure that comes from that with is really in some ways we're taking a trauma-focused approach. They've been isolated. They've been getting depressed. They've kind of lost their ability to, in some ways, socialize. And, they're also coming off, some serious traumas that we have here in Santa Clarita. If you think about the Saugus shootings, for instance, a lot of our students went to Saugus or were affected by the Saugus shootings, and they went straight into isolation for a couple of years. Now they're coming off, trying to make it in the college campus, and they still really haven't had that experience. So we're seeing that. We're still seeing people that were affected by the borderline shootings and the fires, and some of the civil unrest, and we have Asian students that are affected by some of the hate crimes that have been happening with Asian students. So it's like a perfect storm in some ways. So we're noticing a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of trauma reactions, that sort of thing.
What sort of help do you offer to the students, the trainings to the students, or even do you offer this to the faculty and staff as well?
So we offer trainings to faculty, staff, and the community. So we're doing, for instance...
Oh, and the community.
Yeah, we do like mental health first aid. We have suicide prevention, post-prevention, and wellness kinds of trainings. We do mindfulness, anger management. We do safe zone trainings, for instance, teaching people about LGBTQ AI plus kinds of issues, so that we create this sort of positive climate for all our students. And we do anything that people can kind of think of. Like this week, we're doing a lot of training around domestic violence and sexual assault, because it's that kind of month. Next month, May is Mental Health Month, so we're doing a lot of mental health first aid kinds of programs.
Okay, so the events you stuck a toe in the shallow end of that. You have some events and trainings coming up?
Yeah, for instance, we have mental health first aid training coming up through our School of Personal and Professional Training. We have the spirit training that we work with Henry Mayo. It's called Suicide Prevention, Intervention, Response Training. We have this really fun training coming up May 4th, where we train students on mental health issues and through art. So it's called Art with Impact. So we show short student movies on mental health, those kinds of issues. So, and then we kind of create a discussion around those sorts of things.
Is art a form of therapy?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the most important forms of therapy. There's some people that are trained as art therapists, but in our mind, or in my mind at least, art is a way to express yourself, to get, everyone is an artist in my kind of way of thinking. Everybody has a way to try to, I encourage people to find a way to creatively express their feelings, their thoughts, their worries, maybe even, things that they've gone through songwriting or movie
I was going to
making.
say, now it's just not, when we say art, we don't just mean like maybe painting on canvas. We're talking about perhaps writing a song or writing the lyrics to a song, some poetry, something like that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like I consider myself a songwriter. So I write songs, and it's one of the ways I get out sort of some things that are going on with me, or some things I've experienced, or things that I've been thinking about. It could be like almost anything, So there's a lot of students that like to write. They like to write poetry. They like to write songs. They like to, other students we have, they're photographers. So that's their art. and being able to express yourself through your art is a really good thing. Some people are architects, whatever, cooks. We have one student I've seen. He's in the culinary program, and his way of expressing himself is through the kinds of really cool baking stuff that he does.
Well, now that we're talking about that, one more question I have for you: what can we do? I mean, it's still not great, even though it seems as though maybe possibly the pandemic has turned down a little bit. We never know when the next surge is going to be. We never know masks, no masks. We are divided by, all kinds of issues right now, politically, medically, masks, no masks. What can we do to take care of ourselves in these times? We focused a little bit about, art. Do you suggest, journaling? Or what do you think?
Oh yeah, journaling. Art is one thing, but journaling is another. The number one thing for people's mental health is exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So we really like to encourage, whether you like the gym, or you like to walk, you like to hike, you like to get on the bike, anything like that is going to be positive. Anything around creativity, anything around if you can learn how to practice mindfulness and meditation, that sort of thing. The Dutch have this word, I can't ever pronounce it, but it's loosely translated, it's called walking in the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, just take a walk in the wind. I mean, normally you're like, oh, we don't like the wind, but just take a walk in the wind sometime.
Well, out here it's kind of walk in the breeze.
Yeah.
Walk in the breeze. The sun is out. Usually
and
take a walk in the breeze and just look at nature and kind of, always, there's something else that I can contribute. I would always put down my phone if I'm having some issues, kind of walk away from that for a couple of minutes, maybe take a walk outside or exercise or whatever, and kind of get away from that, all the social media and all that kind of stuff for just a short period of time. We're talking with Larry Schallert from COC, College of the Canyon Student Health and Wellness Center. Larry, thank you so much for coming in. Is there a phone number or perhaps a website if we would like more information on all these services that you guys provide for mental and just all over wellness, health and wellness? Do you have a website or a phone number?
We do have a wellness center. It's called the Student Health and Wellness Center. We're right across from the bookstore and at the Student Center. The website would be just canyons.edu/wellness. If you canyons.edu/wellness. If you get on that, you could get a lot of information. You can also get a lot of information from the BeTheDifferenceSCV.org website. Be the Difference. SCV.org.
SCV.org.
Fantastic website that the community's put together on all things mental health.
Fantastic. Larry, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.